Alright, guys, welcome. Please sit down if you can. I can't speak too loud, so I hope you guys hear me in the back. If you don't, just raise your hand. Tell me that, some solves to just whispering, and I'll be loud, okay? Alright, so today, future of AI. Future, more, okay. Loud. Future of AI. The future. I hope you'll be both excited and a little bit scared after today, after this session. Because it's serious. It's very serious stuff, and let's just get going. So first, a question for you guys. Most of you are students, right? So what's common between you, the students, and AI? Artificial intelligence.
Learning.
Learning, okay, you both study, right? You learn something, okay, what else? That's it?
They are much faster.
They're faster, but what's common? What's similar? Not the difference, but similarities.
Students are using AI for cheating.
Okay, but AI doesn't use students, right? Okay, I'll tell you.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, here's the answer. They both study, you're right. But they both asked to study in a short time with minimal resources, right? But unlike students, AI doesn't complain. Yet. As well. Alright, so that's the difference. That's the commonality. This is me. Probably I see familiar faces, so a lot of you probably know me. But I used to be a VP of Bold, head of at Microsoft, have my own companies. And I'm not an AI expert like most speakers, so just to make sure the right expectations. I don't know much about AI, but I know something. And what I know, I think, is most important than anything you should know about AI. But I'm just interested in this topic, right? Right now, I think we're standing in front of a new technological breakthrough. It's huge. With ChatGPT, this overall GPT technology, right? And other things that are being developed. This is huge, and this is a brand new development of AI in humankind, right? This is very important. By the way, all the pictures are generated by Midjourney and myself. So yeah, this is cool. Okay, so now, what's going on, right? You saw all these names, right? Midjourney, I just mentioned, that generates images, right? There's, ChatGPT, LimeDA from Google, right? There's another one called Claude. Not many people know about it, but it's created by people from OpenAI as well. Those who left, they created their own, and they say it's better than GPT. Lensa, reface, you name it, like tons of things, deepfake. So it's all at once, right? Somehow, in the last few years, it all just exploded, somehow. So this is the sign that something is going on there. Right, what can AI do today? It drives cars, right? It writes content, it writes code, it talks to us, writes music, even creates videos, all of these cool things. It can even joke. By the way, this is a joke. Maybe I just tell it to you first. Hey, John. So we need you back to work for us as a programmer. And John says, well, you hired ChatGPT, the monkey, and ChatGPT now, so you don't need me. You fire me because there's a monkey with ChatGPT, does my job. Well, she became a team lead now. So we need you back. So this is the funny story. Okay. It writes jokes. Sometimes it's not really funny. Yeah. This is created by humans, not AI. But it can do it. Like, as long as you train it. It's all about teaching AI, right? It's not about what it can do, it's about how you use it. So another question for you guys. Why so many AI tools are free right now, open for public?
Because you have to get more information and practice, so that's why it's in public domain.
Very good. Basically, it's the right answer.
Same collects the data to predict the customer's expectations from.
Yeah, collect the data, understand humans, right? Learn, because the more data, the easier to learn, right? That's how AI works. It's massive, vast information data. So, correct. There are, I wrote here tens of millions of people, actually hundreds of millions of people today that are creating billions of prompts. Prompts is the query that you send to the AI, right? Any AI tool. So that's why it's growing so fast. We help it. We as stupid humans are helping AI to become smarter than us. It's our nature, right? To be stupid. But that's all right. How it works in a nutshell. For those of you, I see that many of you understand it pretty nicely. That's why probably you're interested in AI. But for those of you who don't understand it, I'll give you how I understand it, because I'm not as smart as those guys who do AI stuff. So I had to understand it by myself so I could explain it to anyone, even kids. I saw some kids here, right? They were children. Yeah, here you go. So smart, you even speak English, that's right. So I'll tell you how it works in simple words. Maybe you know better than me. Okay, two neural networks. One is suggesting ideas. Another one is criticizing. And they do it over and over and over and over until we see the amazing result. And we think we talk to a human. Simple nutshell, right? Two neural networks helping each other. Why neural networks? It's the same way it works here, right? In your head, in my head, everywhere. When the answer is correct, the neural connection between these neural networks strengthens, right? Becomes strong. When it's incorrect, it becomes weaker. Thus, it becomes smarter and smarter and smarter. Today, ChatGPT has no idea what it talks about, because the language processing type of model, where it just adds words. The 4 words, it thinks what is the probability of the 5th word. Right? Not always the highest probability. There is some random stuff there to make it more interesting, but that's in a nutshell. So it's basically pretty stupid still, but the result amazes us. We think that, wow, maybe it understands what it talks about. No, it doesn't. Not yet. Okay, so I think that's what I talked about. Another important thing to notice, it's not just AI. The breakthrough is happening all over the place. The entire technological field is going through this new development, just the last few years. Right now is the moment, right, that's happening. It's like Uzbekistan. A lot of people tell me that Uzbekistan exactly is at the moment of new growth. A lot of real accounts come here, right? They tell me it's like Moscow in 2000, after which it was like crazy growth. So pretty similar situation, right? Everybody understands it's going to go up quickly, fast. Thermonuclear fusion, you know what it is? I had to translate it from Russian because I don't know how it is named. But nanotechnology, quantum physics, robotics, everything, quantum computing, genetics, everywhere there's some breakthroughs. Amazing, huge developments, innovations, new cool stuff. And the industries, again, all over the place. In business, agriculture, education, everywhere there's something new popping up that completely changes, transforms the whole industry. Everywhere, right? There are tons of examples. We don't have that much time. Normally this lecture is for 1 hour. They limit me for 20 minutes, okay? So I have to go fast. Now you see these 4 creatures. That's me. Did you notice? But this is ant, chicken, and monkey. The question is, what is the difference?
Brain.
Brain, intelligence. You guys are smarter. I don't have to waste my time. You're right. Intelligence, right? So there's a stair, and ant is here, chicken is here, monkey is here, and this is me, right? The human, right? So this is the difference. Here we go. Where AI would stand on this stair eventually? What do you think?
At the top.
At the very top, higher than us. You all are sure about that?
No.
Yes.
No. So people are not sure.
Currently, it's lower than us.
Right now.
Yes.
What about future?
No one knows.
So nobody has any doubt they will go higher than us, or you guys think no?
I have
just that way?
doubts. I think they cannot go upper than us.
Yeah, you think so. Okay. All right, so let me show you something. Hold on. So this is us, 4 of us, remember? Humans and creatures. Million times smarter. I'll explain it. And I'll tell you what ASI is. I can tell you right now. So it's artificial super intelligence. Super intelligence, right? We'll get to it. Okay, now, question. When do you think? So some people say it's never gonna happen, right? This is here. Yeah, it's never gonna happen. But when do you think AI can reach not the super intelligence, but our level? It's called strong intelligence. When? And there are examples. By 2050, by 2250, or by 2500? Or never? So let's go first one. 2050, how many people think so? Before that? Okay, probably about 25%. Okay, 2020, 2250, a bit less, like 15%. After 2500, 2-3 people, just guess. Okay, and then never. Not that many actually. And then some people just don't think. Okay. You gotta think, guys. Okay, so let me give you the right answer. There is an answer. Before 2040. Very soon. And it's not crazy, crappy talk. It's actual true that most of you will see with your own eyes. Very soon, right? 17 years? Easy. But that's what experts think, right? So it's not just me, by the way. There are a lot of AI experts, people, there are technical people who create AI, Elon Musk type of people, there are philosophers, there are a lot of engineers. They all have, we have ML community who organizes this thing, right? A lot of experts worldwide. So when they were asked, a lot of them, thousands of people, average or median was this year, 2040. Don't think about this yet. This is super intelligence, but look at the date for now. Just saying, but don't look at it. So 2040, my own forecast is even worse or better, I don't know, but it's different. 7 to 10 years. I'll tell you why I think so. This is when AI will reach the level of human brain, average human brain, not some genius or something. Why so soon? So 2 reasons. First of all, the history of humankind is always progressing. And if you notice, we'll talk about it, it's progressing faster and faster, right? Especially now with the technology involved for the last 20, 30, 50 years. And also, just logically, if the AI becomes smarter, it's easier for it to grow faster. And then once it grows faster, it becomes even smarter and faster and faster. So it's not linear growth, it's exponential growth. Okay, so that's why I think people underestimate the power of the learning curve of AI. It's really, really fast. So first, let's talk about the first item, the history of humankind, right? So first 10,000 years, almost no development. We're just running out there, like having fun. Maybe we built a little tool or something, but really no development. Then slow development for the last 1,000 years. Pretty slow. Last 100 years. Look at the difference, 100 years ago and now. Huge difference. Way faster. So we grew faster than the 10,000 years, or even 1,000 years here. Last 10 years, or let's say the next 10 years, are going to be way more development than the last 100. Next 100 years. And then next 1 year, it's going to be like after this, it's going to be like super speed. Exponential growth, okay? That's humankind. Now that's how it gets. Basically same thing. Just nice animation. Okay, I'm showing you how good I am. Okay? And now look at the computer performance. Also very interesting. Performance, not just intellectual growth. Okay, performance means speed and processing power. Right? Intel, like all those things. Humans. Oh, what the heck? What did I do? Did I break it?
Animation.
Same animation. Don't touch the screen. Okay. All right. So. Computer performance and us, right? So it's growing like crazy. Every year you see the USB becomes smaller and smaller, can collect way more information there, contain more data. Same for computers, supercomputers, quantum computers, everything is just going crazy. Although I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm going back. That's why. Okay, so click this button. Weak AI, about 1% of our intelligence, right? Tesla, Yandex Taxi, it's all weak AI. Why? Because it only can do one thing, navigation, right? And strong AI is going to be as ours, strong as us, about 10% of the brain. We heard it, right? That humans use like 5%, 10%. So basically, that's what he talks about here. And million% ASI. way stronger than us, way stronger. And we'll talk about it as well. Now, yeah, this is what's gonna happen once we reach that level, right? It's gonna go like this. Because it's gonna be so fast that for us it will look like a hockey stick, like going up only. But yeah, well, I'll just like to scare you a little bit. What's next? What's gonna happen next? This is what's gonna happen next. Singularity. You guys know what singularity is? Let me ask you this. What is singularity? Technological singularity. Yes?
Human and robotics are going to be the same.
Okay.
Transhumanism.
Yeah, so that's more, it's called philosophical singularity. Technological is different. There is a probability for us to combine,
Yeah.
to get into computers or install some chips.
Yeah, we are going to. We are not going to die. They think.
Well, we'll see. But it's a little different, okay. So let me tell you that. So technological singularity is the moment in our history when we don't understand anything anymore. It's so different, we have no idea what's going on. Impossible to comprehend. We can't control it anymore. Like today we can. Actually, we can't close it, right? AI is there. You can't just stop all the development of AI. Like these guys will just keep writing code, Google keep writing because they compete with Microsoft and Google, and now Meta says like we're also going to do some nice, awesome AI stuff, and so it's out of control already, but it's going to be completely out of control, and it's irreversible. So we reach the point. It's called point of no return, right? There's no way to go back. No way. That's what's going to happen when we reach the level of super intelligence. No control, irreversible, no going back, and absolutely hard to understand. We will have no idea what's going on. 7-10 years, very soon. Why would it happen? Remember the difference, right? So it's like maybe it's same level, maybe it's higher than best, I don't know. A lot of you believers, a lot of you are, I don't know, maybe some of you are not believers, doesn't matter. It's gonna be the level of God or something. So it's a level when it's gonna be so hard to understand. It's like for an ant, remember that ant, to understand how neural networks work. But even worse, because the difference between ant and us who understand neural networks is this much, remember? AI and us. So it's gonna be very, very different. And it's scary, but maybe also exciting. So what's gonna happen to us? Somebody said, we'll be combined, and somebody is afraid it will disappear. But actually, you guys are right. There's nothing in between. It's gonna be two extreme cases. One case is immortality. Another case is extinction. Extinction means no more humans. Probably no more live creatures. Because we don't know what's gonna happen. And this is also not me, this is experts, right? Or we don't know, maybe AI will help us become immortal, so we live forever as humankind. Maybe each human, or maybe as entire humankind. We don't know, because AI will be capable of doing anything it wants. Changing universe, changing weather, anything, really, because it's going to be so powerful. Even humans today, they almost figure out the gene, right? Our genes. That now we are very close, even without AI, to figure out how to live at least longer, or maybe be younger, healthier, right? But with power of AI, it's going to be much easier. So most experts are actually very pessimistic. Bad news. They think we're all going to die and disappear. That's what experts think. I'm more optimistic. And why? I'll tell you why. So I think super intelligence means more kindness, because evil is primitive, and kindness requires more intelligence. So that's why I think the more intelligent people become, the kinder they become to those who are less intelligent. Right? That's my theory. And you can dig into this, it's philosophical, it's very, very, very interesting, but that's my theory, not only because I'm optimistic in general, but I think we have a pretty good chance of not just surviving, but becoming like kind of superhumans, super creatures. AI can, it's going to be more interesting for AI to move us to its level, so it's not just one, right? It's like multiple, or at least two. We might become one brain, like all human brain, right? That kind of philosophical singularity, right? That's one. See some friendship. And then two, if that happens, we'll have a lot of these problems, injustice, hunger, wars, diseases, lack of resources, solved pretty nicely and quickly. And then we wouldn't worry about all this stuff. We'll just worry about development, art, doing great stuff, improving as the humankind and things like that. Okay, doesn't move anymore. Oh, there we go. And also, the highest level of intelligence and highest level of kindness is love. So another reason why I believe it's going to be okay, or maybe it's going to be even great and awesome, is because of the highest manifestation of intelligence, love. So we hope that AI reaches the level. So this is why I am personally optimistic. Thank you, that's it. Now, they told me we'll have a little more time for questions. Or is it like, are we done, or who's the organizer?
Questions. There are 5 and 6 minutes.
5 minutes.
So if you have questions, you can ask.
Okay. I don't promise I'll answer, but please.
So, how will we define superintelligence application?
How do we define superintelligence?
Yeah, when we know that this intelligence is super.
Yeah, so whenever it reaches our level, consider it superintelligent. Why? Because it's already going to be smarter than us. It has more power, more memory, right? The entire internet, anything, and faster, thinking ability. Like chess today, right? Any chess app on your phone can beat the best person, right? Easily, or Magnus, whatever his name is. And it's not that, right? Or whoever, right? Any phone, it doesn't even require that much power. Before it has to be, quantum computer. Now, so whenever it reaches our level, and they'll tell us, don't worry, it's going to be all over the news. So it's going to be then super fast. It's going to be a matter of maybe a year or less than a year, because exponential growth, right? So very soon. So in my prediction, like 7 to 10 years. In terms of definition, it's like when you understand it's so scary that it can do anything at all. It can drive the car, write the music, build a building, anything that humans can do, right? So when it reaches that level, consider it smarter than us. That's really fast. Scary, I'm telling you, it's scary. Yes?
The people who are developing the AI is gonna destroy all the religions. And what do you think about that? And they are going to make the AI as a god or something?
No, I don't think it's going to happen. Actually, a lot of people who work on AI are religious, just different religions, Muslims, Christians, others. So it's not really technology versus religion. It might be both. It's just better. Maybe we'll better understand if you believe in God. Maybe you'll better understand why you believe it. Because when belief starts. When belief starts is when you don't have enough knowledge, when you don't have answers, right? You have to believe, right? When science ends, religion starts, so belief starts. I don't like religion, I like belief when you actually believe. Because religion's rules and stuff like that. What the heck? Okay, so are they like kicking us off, or what's going on? Who's the organizer?
No, checking.
It's okay? Okay, so it's just like, screw you, let me tell them. Okay, hey. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter.
We're dealing with it.
So any other questions? Did I answer your question? It's hard, it's hard. It's not or either, it's going to be together. It's just going to help us better understand how the universe is created, why we are here, what are we doing. So it's probably going to give us more answers. So I think it's going to even help.
Yeah. Well, you talked about the superintelligence, you talked about the singularity, you talked about the future of AI, but what is your message? Like, what is your should you wait or do something? Like
very good question. What's the message? So my message, first of all, knowledge is power, right? So you know it, you prepare it, right? Because if you don't know, it's going to happen so instantly, you might even not notice. Like a lot of people who didn't notice the technological advancement, now are super poor, maybe sick, because they even have no idea how things work. Like a lot of people who don't know how to use phones, they're out of our society, right? They can't even use like Telegram to arrange something or talk to someone, right? So just be prepared, watch out, make sure you are part of this happening. You can contribute or you can defend yourself and your family if things go crazy. I don't know how, probably there's no way, but at least you're ready, right? If things go south. If they go north, that's great. Then you'll be able, it's like today, everybody says AI will take our jobs, blah, blah, blah. First of all, research says it will create more jobs than it will take. Second of all, if you know how to use AI, it will never take your job. It will just make it easier for you, right? You will use AI to make your job, to make the work faster, right? To get the results more efficiently. So the message is be ready, watch out, make sure that you're part of this sensation that's happening right now. Use ChatGPT every day like I do, just to make sure you understand how it works and other tools, right? And we will do the event March 4th, a little bit of advertising again. Okay, so March 4th, big event for our IT community. I'm head of IT community, by the way, of Uzbekistan. We have about 2,000 people right now. We call them citizens, so join us, please. Just search for IT community of Uzbekistan anywhere. There's only one, and it's going to be only one. No mail community, no GGG, no like whatever people do here, it's us. It will be one community, right? So join it, we'll announce it, it's going to be all over the news, about Uz, Gazeta, Uz, all these places. It's going to be big, hundreds of people, limited spacing, so if you don't make it in the beginning, there might be no space. We'll announce a lot of stuff, we might give you access to ChatGPT because Uzbekistan is blocked. So we'll find a kind of way to make it happen. It's legal, don't worry, it's nothing illegal there. And tons of other things. It's going to be very cool. Some awesome speakers besides myself. There are going to be really cool speakers. And great, so yeah.
I have a very interesting question, relevant to mention. So we know with the release of ChatGPT, Microsoft started working on its Bing Chat.
Bing Chat,
So recently it was released and users are using, everybody's happy, great. But recently again, now that some users reported that it started acting defensive and talking back to users.
Yeah.
But ChatGPT, I use myself every day, so it's never, always apologize if some did something wrong, yeah. And the question is, should we consider these defensive actions of Bing Chat the mistake in the training of this AI? Did Microsoft didn't set the restrictions, or this AI bypassed the restrictions?
Okay.
How should we consider this?
Very good question. So first of all, there's a joke floating around right now. So ChatGPT made it impossible.
Yeah.
It made people use Bing. It's a joke. Because nobody uses Bing, right? It's all Google. I come from Microsoft, so I know what I'm talking about. Microsoft sometimes, doesn't do a good job. They're so huge, they don't care, but sometimes things like that happen. It's a mistake from engineering. In terms of environment, it's definitely, today, as I told you before, AI has no idea what it talks about.